In this video, we're going to be going over the pros and cons of the new Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. I'm going to be telling you the things I like about it, some things I don't like about it, and if it's worth picking up. Alright everyone, so we're going to start off with the pros of this device. First and foremost, this is one of the most affordable 5G connected phones on the market right now. So this device is 5G connected out of the box, fully GSM unlocked for only $199. Now considering you can't really get a phone of this caliber anywhere else for about $199 that has 5G connectivity, this is definitely a pro. Really like that this has 5G connectivity. Even looking at the new Moto G Play 2023, that only has 4G LTE. So that device is about $30 less than this device, but it does not have 5G connectivity. So for $30 more, I definitely pick up the Galaxy A14 5G instead of the Moto G Play 2023. Getting into the next pro, and this is probably my favorite thing about this phone, is that we have a huge 6.6 inch display, full HD. We saved the 90 Hz on this as well. And if you guys don't know, we actually upgraded from the A13 130 pixels per inch more than the A13 5G. So we have that on the A14 5G. So much more pixel dense. You guys are going to be able to notice that this display actually gets bright as well. It's a very, very bright display. So you guys are going to be able to use this in direct sunlight as well and have really no issues using this device. But I really like the display. Samsung has done a really good job on this. The colors are punchy, the whites are wider, the blacks are deeper inside of this device as well. It just is a really nice overall display for only $200. Getting into the third pro, the battery is long lasting inside this device. And one of the things I don't like about this device, we'll talk in a second, is that battery probably takes up a lot of space since this is a thick phone. But getting into the battery, we have a 5,000 milliamp battery inside of this. Now for the few days that I've been using this, I've been able to get a day and some battery life on this device. So you're going to have no issue with using this device for a full day. So if you guys have a work or school day, you're going to come home and you're still going to have like 30 to 40% left. So it's actually a really, really good battery. Some even more. Some people have reported they've gotten home and they've had 50-60%. So depending on how you use it, I'm going as a moderate user. This device is going to have a pretty dang good battery, especially for $199. Number 4, getting into the camera aspect of this device, there have been improvements from the A13 to the A14 5G, such as we don't really see noise in pictures anymore as far as like low light photos. So we don't really have any photos that have tons of different noise in them. The blacks are black, like I said before. And if you guys saw on my A13 versus A14 video I just uploaded yesterday, there was no noise on any of these photos at any part of my crew neck right here, this black crew neck. On the A13 5G, there was a ton of different noise. The other thing is the clarity is better with the pictures as well. And it doesn't really do that like beauty effect thing that the A13 did in the dark. It has a much more clear photo and much more natural colors. So it's like true to life almost. And number 5, and this one's probably a question that a lot of people have been asking. What are the operating system updates and the security updates on this device? So this is actually a pro for me, honestly. This is pretty impressive. So on the Galaxy A14 5G, we are promised 2 major operating system updates, and we come out of the gates with Android 13 Core UI 5.0. So we have the latest software on this device, and we have 2 major OS updates. So we're going to go up to Android 15 on this device, and we're going to have 4 years of security updates on this device as well. So this device is going to be pretty well updated for the foreseeable future. So you're going to be able to use this phone for a while, and you won't have to spend money on another phone. And as far as the way this phone functions, it seems like it's not going to slow down. So I'm hoping it stays this snappy, because it's been a pretty snappy experience so far. You know, going on YouTube, surfing the web, going on Instagram, all that type of stuff. It's been actually pretty decent. Playing video games as well, it's been performing decently. So I'm hoping the performance is going to be kept up on this phone. But so far, really decent right here, and excited that we have 4 years of security patches as well. Now getting into the dreaded cons. Now there's some other pros that I like about this device. They're just some smaller things that I don't think really I need to even say. I think they're just kind of subjective as well. But the first con about this device is this device only has 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Now, that may not be enough for a lot of people because they love storage. And for a person that says, hey, that's enough for me, when you open up the phone and you set it up, you only have about 44 gigabytes after setting the phone up. So really, it's not 64, it's 44 gigabytes. So if you download video games and download, different applications, that's going to take up a lot of space. However, there still is an option to actually expand your storage, so that's the saving grace of this device. But I do think the storage was actually quite low on this. I was hoping for 128 gigabytes. 64 is still adequate. It's only a $200 phone. This is an entry-level phone, of course. But I still think they should have done a little bit more, maybe 128. That's how I kind of felt, but can't always get whatever you want, especially in a $200 package. The second con about this phone, it has a recycled processor. Now, I'm sorry for anybody that I said this had the Exynos 1330. That is the overseas version, so if you're in India or Europe or whatever, you guys got the Exynos 1330, so congratulations, you got the better chipset out of the two. Now, it's not a crazy amount better than the Dimensity 700 processor. It's about 8% better. It's still better though. It's still better. But the Dimensity 700 is a processor that we saw in the A14 5G. So there wasn't an upgrade in the processor in the most important part of the phone. So that was one thing I didn't like about that. But other than that, I think the pros outweigh the cons. We do have one more con, and this is going to be subjective because it's going to have to do with the look and the feel of the device. And obviously, some people like a thicker phone, and some like a phone looking like this. So let's go over it. So for my subjective con, I would say that the bezels are big on this device, and I think everybody can agree. We got some thick bezels on this phone at the bottom of the screen right here and at the top of it. I also don't like the outdated camera little cutout right there. I was hoping it was going to be a hole punch, but we do have a teardrop still, so just kind of a little bit of an older design language. But as far as the display, we have some thick bezels, and not just bezels, but this phone is so thick. If you guys hold this phone, it's going to feel extremely thick inside of your hands. If you put it in a case, it's going to be a behemoth. But other than that, I really like the design of this. I think it looks much more sleek than the A13 5G and any other predecessor before that. Very, very sleek design phone. It is made out of plastic. It's not made out of super premium materials, but the design is super sleek. So we have a flat back with this little material that has grooves in it, and I think it just looks sexy. The only other thing I don't like about it is the thick bezels and, of course, the thick phone. So this is a thick phone. Don't be surprised about it. I would recommend you guys go in the Metro by T-Mobile or T-Mobile store and actually pick up this phone and use it for yourself before you buy it, because for some of you, you could have small hands and this could just be a really big phone for you. Overall, with everything considered, I think this is a great device. For $199, I don't really think in the United States you can find a better entry-level device than this. Now, if you guys want to go back and get a used phone that isn't going to have security updates in the future or operating system updates, you can find a better device, obviously. Things like the Galaxy S10 Lite, you can buy, just S10e, really old phones like that aren't going to have security updates, but they have the niceties that people like the OLED displays and, of course, the nicer processors. But if you want a brand new phone and you don't want to spend too much money, $199 unlocked for this device, 5G connectivity, Dimensity 700 processor, of course we have a 5,000 milliamp battery inside of this, beautiful 90 hertz display on this. I believe this is a really, really good deal. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think this is a great device, maybe not to upgrade from the A13 to the A14 5G, but if you guys have anything before that, or you guys just need a budget phone or an entry-level device, I can definitely recommend this one. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and hit the subscribe button, as well as hitting the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. But this has been some fun from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.